So this video is essentially just my approach to turning my guitar into a MIDI instrument, MIDI controller that you can use with literally any MIDI, VST, or instrument. So the first thing I like to do, so I've got MIDI guitar too, you throw it right on your audio track. At this point, you're not gonna hear the guitar anymore. What I do is, I think by default it'll be on like, I don't know, test piano or something. I don't really remember. So it'll be like this. So right there, it's already working. Your guitar is already a piano. So when I first heard that, that was already kind of trippy for me. That was already like a success, a huge win. But there's a lot of cooler VSTs out there, and the whole point of this is that you can use it with your favorite. But yeah, you can use it with anything. You could even play drums with it. I wouldn't do it, but you can do it. For articulations, I usually turn them on. I'm not 100% sure on what they do, but I know I want to be able to do these things, so I just enable them all. Aftertouch, someone in the comments, let me know what it is. I'm not reading. Polyphonic, I know I want, so I can do chords, and it registers as chords. If I was running this guitar through a bass VST, which I will do, I would turn this to mono, so it's only one note, because you don't do chords on a bass line. Well, you don't usually do it. So you can't hear anything. If you're hearing a guitar, it's from one of my two mics. What to do now, right? The first thing I like to do is go to your preference, exit out because it's not preference. Never mind, okay, you don't even check that, so you're good. At this point, you're good. You're gonna make a new MIDI track, right? Let me just rename this for the sake of renaming. So I have track one. Track one is my guitar, right? So I'm gonna call this guitar to MIDI. Actually, that's lame, hold on. All right, cool. The reason why I put it on in is so I don't have to remember to cue it. You always, whenever you have a MIDI keyboard, it's always live, you know? The second you make a MIDI instrument, you wanna be able to just use your keyboard, right? Your MIDI keyboard, which I have right there. But I'm a guitarist. So we go to the MIDI, and then we pick our first MIDI instrument. So I've got a bunch. I'll go with Altoria's Augmented Piano. How about that? You use whatever you like. On the MIDI track that you just made, right? You're gonna arm that track. You gotta go to this drop down and select MIDI goated. At this point, it just works. So I just jump in and make a new MIDI track, and that's it, and I'm just good to go on the new MIDI track, with whatever input I have. I can grab another instrument right now. How about Sky Keys? Sky Keys from the Instagram ads. Soulfly. This one. All right, and we have all the pieces to make a nice little drum loop. Sasha Fatner is goated. Fire. And another thing I love about this is that I can slow everything down a little bit because it's all MIDI, You don't have to worry about artifacting and whatever. All right. I go back to MIDI guitar. Go ahead and slap that on monophonic or whatever. And then I go to the MIDI track. The reason I did that is so it doesn't detect more than one note. Throw on my bass MIDI, my favorite bass MIDI. I love this one. This is great. It's simple. It's very straightforward. It has everything you need. I love it. It's called Moto Bass. And it just gets the job done. Okay, great. So now my guitar is a bass. Okay, so I just want to make it so that when I play a note, it drops it down one octave. That way I can play it higher on my guitar. So I'm going to use transponder, and I'm going to drop it one octave. This is on MIDI guitar too. So I'll try this right here. just throw ozone on it real quick, real quick. Alright, that's pretty much my process and how to use your guitar as a MIDI. Yeah, if you have any comments, basically, you can put it in the place for comments, which is the comment section. And maybe I'll do more videos. Yeah, thank you.